So government and public sector is a key focus of Verint's, and within that, citizen engagement is one of our key focus areas as well. Engaging with citizens, we believe, is a way of driving the efficiencies that government needs today. We've just spent the last 5 years, most of the governments across the world, trying to cope with austerity measures. We're starting to see economic signs of recovery, but government's not out of the woods yet. So we believe in Verint that engaging properly and proactively with citizens is a way of getting through these austerity measures, giving citizens what they want, and enabling government to continue to deliver frontline services with the money that it's got left. It does mean they need to do things a lot smarter, and certainly we've seen in the last few years that government organisations across the world have made decisions that they would previously not even have considered, say, 5 years ago. But bringing us up to today now, we've got organisations who still need to go further, but just don't have enough money to do that. That's why we believe as well that government organisations need to make some investments in these areas in order to get the efficiencies that they need, certainly over the next few years. Generally speaking, government has lagged behind the commercial sector. We all have our websites that we use on the commercial side to buy goods, whether it be Blu-rays, DVDs, and we're very familiar with the kind of benefits that has, and how as customers we're empowered. Well, citizens expect the same from government now. Government is lagging behind. Yes, there are some good examples of where organisations are starting that digital transformation journey, but government in general is several years away from catching up with the commercial sector. So we believe that, generally speaking, government needs to catch up with its commercial peers in relation to digital government, and essentially giving citizens what they want. And if they do that, then they can start to get the efficiencies that government organisations sorely need. When you're wanting government to transfer, to move people onto the web, for example, or to embrace digital channels, and there's less and less money on the table, you start to see government organisations make tactical decisions. If you want them to make strategic decisions, you've got to make some funding available, and that be that for the UK government, for the US government, for the Australian government. I give the same advice. So I would encourage the UK government to be thinking about that, but to target that funding so that if they provide it, that there's clear measurements in place of success. I do think some funding is required because the budget constraints are so tight in the UK right now, certainly at a local level. So to help them to be successful, some funding to be made available, and then you'll start to see, I think, those next phases of digital maturity and some of these significant efficiencies that I believe are there to be had, to be realised. Giving the citizen what they want, empowering citizens to interact with government through digital channels, and then have to connect when they have to, when they need extra support. We think that provides the biggest opportunity, and we think that government organisations, again in general, are probably at the first phase of their digital transformation journey, which is basically putting services online. Well, that's the first phase. There's other phases like making sure that citizens know where to go at the point at which they need a particular service. And for government, that's difficult because government organisations, particularly local government organisations, provide hundreds of different services. So that is a big challenge. But if you get it right, the benefits are there.